20 acres, Northern California. This is in the mountains. It's Shasta County. Really cool property next to Castella and the Pacific Coast Trail, Castle Crags National Park, right off I-5. So near Dunsmere, that's kind of a poppin' little town. But the main point of this video is to talk about access. That's what I'm going to go over. I've been getting a few questions about it. This is kind of a remote mountain property. You're going to be, have your privacy back there. Number one thing you can do is look at the GPS coordinates, and all you're doing is copying and pasting those numbers just like this into Google Maps, any phone on your app. And you'll see this here. You can click into it, you can get on satellite images, and it'll give you directions. Now study this a little bit, get an idea of how the road winds, get an idea you're going south and you're up north, kind of at this, when you have a straight section, maybe at this, you can visualize this or feel that when you're out there. But those GPS coordinates will get you there. And the next thing you want to do is kind of pair up the GPS coordinates or the landscape, the topography, into what you're seeing when you're out there. So the GPS coordinates get you in here. Okay, I have an idea where I'm at, the Willow property. Let's measure it a little bit. And this link is available in our listing. If you do have Google Earth, you can download this link and go ahead and use this. So you can do things like measure this. You're looking at different yardage here. Or feet, let's do yards, kind of measure it by a football field. It's about 75 yards to the bottom end of the property. Let's say you can visualize this, or you can get here when you're at the property. How big are we looking? 120 there, 150 there. So anywhere from like 100 to 200 on that north end of the property. Going this way, I want to say it's about 100 as well, 120. So over a football field everywhere this way. Down here is anywhere from 50. To 70 yards or 20. So that's going to be helpful. The next features in the landscape, you can see we're south facing. You can see there's this road up here. Maybe this, you're able to visualize this when you're on the property, and you know that our property is just about 80 yards down. So then you can kind of start feeling out where you're looking. This road, if you come around here and go straight north up this mountain and get to this section, you've gone too far. You are about 80 yards away from our property. So identifying some of this stuff, at least the best you can before you go. And then there's somebody's house down here. So maybe you see that. It's about 200 yards in the distance. You're pretty darn close to our property. In the future, people get land surveyed and things like that to find exact locations. We also post these GPS coordinates, which are fairly accurate. I mean, I wouldn't build a house on the very bitty corner hoping it's right. But, 5-foot radius, 5 yard. I don't know what it is, but it's not too far off. We get them straight from Google Earth right here. And let's just talk about access quick. So this is going to be Sims Road. There's a bridge over the Sacramento River. When you get on the Sacramento River, you're going south here. And I'll take out a path to give you kind of an idea of how many yards you're going, or we can even go by mileage if that's easier. And it's going to be starting here over the bridge. We're going there, here, up here, and we're going on this road further higher up on Girard Ridge Road. So this is about a little over a quarter of a mile down there. The next place we're going to head up Girard Ridge Road. And we're going to come back down south. And then once we get to the property, we've gone about a half a mile. So on Girard Ridge Road, go about a half a mile. Up to even, 3/4 of a mile. So, and you're going to be on the property. That's going to get you right there situated off Girard Ridge Road. That's going to be some pretty solid advice, just heading down there about a half to 3/4 of a mile, and you're on our property. Get an idea of the landscape here. We've got aerial images posted. The other thing you can do is download Onyx, use the GPS coordinates, and do the Hunt app. And you'll be able to click around, see all this ownership like I have, see all the parcel lines and the ownership, and you'll see your GPS tracker moving around as you go. You can download maps before you leave. So if you lose cell phone connection, Onyx will download it and you'll be good to go. So this is access to our 20 acre here. Check it out if you get a chance. This is a super lush area. If you get to the property, there's some junk that was left behind from what our photographer said. So look for that. I want to say like a RV and a hot tub. I don't know if people have gotten it or not, but if you see that, you're probably on the right property. So thanks for listening. My name is Miles. Let me know if you have questions.